of your family of racism. You don't even...
Well, the British press said that.
So you might remember the famous bombshell Oprah interview that Meghan and Harry had. And in that interview, something that really angered a lot of people, prompting even people to call the royal family racist, is the conversations that were had. And Meghan did share that conversations were had with Harry as well about concerns of Archie's skin color and what that would potentially mean. And she did mention that she could not mention the family members who said those things because it will be really, really damaging to them. But right now, Harry seems to be backtracking, putting out that the press said that. Let's just listen to what Meghan said first.
Concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
What?
And
who is having that conversation with you? What?
So,
there is a conversation. Hold up.
There's
Stop
several
right now.
There's several conversations.
There's a conversation with you
with Harry
about how dark your baby is going to be?
Potentially, and what that would mean or look like.
Ooh.
Something else that Meghan had mentioned is that the royal convention would have made Archie a prince when Charles took the throne. But while she was pregnant, the royal family said they want to change the convention for Archie. So basically what we got was that the royal family did not want Archie to become a prince. That is when Prince Charles then becomes a king. And around this time, they're having these discussions about how dark Archie's skin might be and what that potentially might mean. And of course, Meghan does say that she does not want to mention names because that will be very, very damaging to them. So of course, we get that these people are racist. Almost 2 years later, Prince Harry is saying that the press said that. Meghan never said that his family was racist. Let's just listen to Harry, because now people are starting to question, then what is racism to them? Because they literally got an award about 1.5 months ago, the Ripple Hope Award, because of calling racism out of his family. Because of this Oprah interview, they got an award for calling out racism within the family. Let's just listen to what Harry is saying present day.
Interview, you accuse members of your family of racism. You don't even... Well,
The British press said that.
And so there you can see Harry shaking his head, putting out, they did not say that they are racist in that Oprah interview. It is the British press who put out that the royal family were racist. But with those statements being put out, that conversations or discussions are being had about the potential skin color of their child and what that might mean. You can even see through Meghan's face and reaction talking about this, how hurtful she felt at that time about these conversations being had. So if it was not racism, then what exactly did they mean?
Right. Did Meghan ever mention they're racist?
she said there were troubling comments about
There
Archie's
was
skin
concern
colour.
about his skin colour.
Right. Wouldn't you describe that as essentially racist?
I wouldn't, not having lived within that family.
And there you have it from Harry, not having lived within that family. He will describe that as racism. It was never racism on that Oprah interview, but during these 2 years, his family was being dragged out there as racist. They were putting racist comments about Archie, and now they had 2 years of clarifying that. They did not, because now he's putting out that it was not about racism. And I would like to ask you guys, when you listen to that Oprah interview and what Meghan said, was that racism to you? Because this even forced the Queen to put out a statement through Buckingham Palace that the famous recollections may vary. I'm going to go through a few comments as to what netizens think about this statement by Harry. Now, somebody says, wait, it's never been about racism, so why they got an award for standing up against the institution that they claimed as being racist because the wife is biracial, or because by questioning what the child's skin color could be? I'm confused here. Somebody else says, Meghan absolutely accused the royals of racism, and if she was misunderstood by the press, where was her explanation? There was none. Give me a break. Somebody else says, didn't his wife just pick up an award for fighting structural racism in the royal family? Another comment says, all this time he has allowed the royal family be accused and abused of racism. And I'm just going to read one last comment. Somebody says, did we get it right? They essentially accused the royal family of racism in the Oprah interview. Now he's saying here they did not. The Queen prompted to release a statement about seriousness of racism accusations. 2 years have passed since the interview and they have not clarified it. They did even accept an award against racism. It's getting clearer now that they are for something, whether good or bad, as long as it suits their agenda or give them fame or money. And I don't know, guys, what to think about this. Do you think that there was a misunderstanding to what Meghan had said in the Oprah interview and people got it wrong? It was never about racism. Or what do you take about that Oprah interview? Because the message was very clear. People were very angry to even know that these people were discussing about the child's skin color and what that will potentially mean for them. And even one of the reasons why they did not want to make him a prince, because he has black heritage in him. Now the father to the child is putting out that it was not racism. It is the press who said that it was racism. According to him and how he knows his family, that was not racism. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts on this on the comment section down below, but that's what's happening. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also turn on your post notifications so you're notified once we have any new uploads. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.